is that me watching or somebody else? I have no idea. I don't know. Here I am. Oh, geez. No, no one's watching. My man. Do I know what I'm doing? Absolutely not. But here I am anyways. What's up, Ant Queen? What's up, man? Jeez. Yep. I don't know. This is a lot less of an exciting stream than I did last time. But, I mean, hey, at least I've got a decent internet connection now, so, like, there's, like, decent video quality, so that's pretty cool. I'm going to see if I can, like, move this. Oh, jeez. What's up, Madman? Oh, jeez, this is weird. So weird. Okay, that's not going to work. Okay. Yeah, I don't know. I've been drawing, I guess, as I do. I don't know. Noble Knight. I remember you. Yeah. How have things been? It's been a while. I think you used to be part of the Knights of the North group, too, for a while there, weren't you? I don't remember. But, yeah. So, I don't know. Maybe I should, like, change the name of this to, like, AMA or something, It's kind of what happened last time. Just started asking questions about, like, anything. Yeah, that was a while. Jeez. Huh. See, like, I don't even have anything interesting to show off anymore, because, like, I left all my armor and stuff at home. Because I'm at my... whatever. Yeah, kind of, oh, jeez. Sorry. Yeah, a little bit part of that group. Wasn't... Clan. Clan, cult, whatever you want to call it, I guess. It's depends. Yeah. I know what I can show all three of you. Here. Yeah, I've been doing some reading. This is fantastic. Yeah, Netherlands. Seems like a pretty nice place. Yeah. I don't understand. There's still three of you around. I'm confused. Yeah, definitely. The book is really good. It's got all of these wonderful pictures in there and everything. It really is fantastic. Yeah. Tell them about the shirt. Right, yeah. So, you guys are here and everything. So, I shared on the Facebook page and the Instagram and whatnot. Yeah. Since the YouTube channel hit 1,000 subscribers, it's actually a little bit more than that. It's like at 1,030 right now, or 1,030. Yeah. So, which is pretty cool because that happened Monday. Yeah, all the cool kids are good. So the 1,000 subscribers happened on Monday the 23rd, which was actually really cool because, like, I woke up that day and it was my birthday. And I look at my phone, see the, like 999 subscribers, like, whoa, that's awesome. Yeah, 10th, nice era. Yeah. Yeah, nice era. A lot of good quality mail came out of that. And so, in the celebration of all these 10,030 subscribers, I designed a t-shirt. You can get that through Teespring. It seems like a pretty simple it seems like a pretty simple way of getting them, I guess. I'm not sure. I need to buy my own. They don't send you one for free if you're wondering, but yeah. So I need to get one of these shirts so that I can try it out and everything, and I'll be wearing something like that in the videos and everything. It'll be great because that way I won't need to like watermark the videos, which I haven't been anyways. But hey, I'll sporting my own merch and whatnot, or whatever. I don't know. So yeah, t-shirts. They're available Teespring. I don't know how to put the link into the description of this live stream right now, but if you go to the Facebook page, they're right there. It's cool. I like the design. It's kind of simple. It's like black and white and everything on a black shirt. I think it's pretty cool, personally. But hey, whatever. It's excuse me. Very very sleek and modern, I think. So, but hey, it's got like that little knight on there from the Romance of Alexander. Needs more character. I had thought about like putting that onto like the back of the t-shirt or something. Like, I got living manuscript and then like character. But I don't know how many people really get that reference. I need to like start saying that more because, yeah, it's a pretty niche joke in a pretty niche hobby, I guess. So yeah, it's that's cool. Oh boy, yeah. So yeah. I mean, I'm not saying it's not the perfect joke. You're right. I think it is. It's just, not necessarily as known as it should be exactly. So it's not everybody has been blessed with perfection. It's even in the game. Yeah. Screenshot was hilarious. Seriously, that joke has absolutely just caught hold in the Knights of the North Coop. It's hilarious. Soft Kitty. Yes, thank you for reminding me. Actually, I do, because I leave that all here because I work on it. So I've been sewing, whatever you want to call it. Little, oh geez, the chat went away. What happened? Whatever. I'll just keep going. What the hell? Okay, there it is. Oh. Oh. There we go. Okay, we got it. Okay. So, yeah. Oh geez. The cord. Yeah, so hosing. That's cool. Let's see, what foot is this? All right, cool. So put in my like thigh-high socks. That's cool. And I still need to make the braids and everything. You can't even see what's going on down there. Hang on. There we go. Get all this out of the way. Yeah, so there we go. Got a little footy pants, I guess. That's fun. Yeah. In warm weather, you can just kind of like roll them down or something. It'll be nice. You get another view of my legs and everything. I know you guys absolutely loved that in that last video. That was hilarious. Yeah, thank you. Mental Millennial, what's up, man? So, yeah, I did take it all off. Oh, that's for a different website. Yeah. I'm not opposed to it, but YouTube is. So I don't know. I'm kind of keen on keeping the subscriber rate going. I think that if my channel gets banned at this point, it'd be kind of a shame, really. So, not today, Mr. Shaladar. Not today. Yeah. So, my thoughts on HMB. Well, it was actually a little bit ago. I was writing a little script for a video that I was temporarily calling "Why Bohurt" or HMB, whatever. I don't know what the commonly accepted name for it is exactly. Is "Why Bohurt is a Gift," which is maybe a little interesting coming from somebody like me who is just a like absolute Puritan about thin liners and slim effigy figure and all that. It's kind of odd for me maybe, but I actually think that HMB and that sort of thing has actually done a lot of good, just because based on my experience from what I've seen with HMB and those practitioners and whatnot, the armor, at least the armor, I can't say much about a lot of the other stuff. HMB Bohurt are basically saying, see, that's what I figured. I just wasn't going to say anything just yet before I knew for sure. So the armor for everyone. I like the armor that I've seen for Bohurt because it's pretty high quality and everything. It really brings a lot of armorers to a higher standard that makes armorers hold themselves to a higher standard, I guess. I mean, that's just my experience. And okay, where was I going with this? So the armor is high quality, generally speaking. Obviously I can't say that for everything. It's a huge sport now. So I'm sure there's some absolute garbage quality out there for it. But it seems like the average for that is getting higher, which I really appreciate. Some of the very specific aspects of it might not be accurate, like the whole Griffin bassinet visor. All you need to do is go to the 14th century European armor group on Facebook to see that get torn apart every couple days. But the thing is that these practitioners of HMB and Bohurt and the armors for it, they're starting to reinforce more historical things that you see, more historical principles, like armor distribution or different thicknesses and where you put it, why armor is just shaped the way it is, and just things like that, which I really like. Because obviously the closer that you get to the root of what you're trying to reenact, the closer items that you'll end up with, which I think is good. So that's my thoughts on it. I think it's cool. I think, oh geez, a while ago Matt Easton said, he made a video about it, like it promotes good fitness for that sort of thing. You have to be in pretty good shape for that. I mean, granted, I've seen some real tubs of lard fighting in there, but that doesn't mean that that's obviously not necessarily the same. I can't say that for everybody in the sport, obviously. So, yeah. Oh, geez, I missed some stuff. Okay, let's just start where I've left off. Making a Viking-style gambeson for my friend, and my friend said, do not use different clothes like linen and wool. Said just use cotton. I don't know what to use. So for Vikings, as far as I'm aware, cotton would have been, in the Viking Age, cotton would have been pretty hard to come by, if not just not possible. Hi, Alex, I see you. Yeah, don't worry, I'm getting to you. Yeah. And so that's my understanding of Viking textile and whatnot. So linen, wool, that sort of thing can both be produced in Scandinavian areas, like Norway and Sweden and Scandinavia. 17th century, there is some cotton from, at least from the earliest that I can think of personally, is in the 14th century with the Black Prince's jupon. It was actually stuffed with cotton, which I found rather interesting. Now, that said, that was the Black Prince's jupon. It's not necessarily a cheap garment. So, did I understand that question right? Style games. Yeah. So 14 it can be, but it's really not very common. So you'd be better off. So like 14 and earlier, for generally speaking, you'd be better off with like linen and wool and stuff, and that includes Viking Age. As far as I'm aware, the late medieval is more of my specialty rather than like early medieval. So take that as you will. So my armor at the moment is quite a bit like the Battle of Visby. It's pretty similar, definitely. Yeah. So I've been modeling mine after sort of like the fifth decade of the 14th century, so 1350, and very professional. I can get my sweater and jacket if that'd make you more happy, Alex. And where was I? Visby, right, yeah. So I'm doing the sort of like the Grand Chevauchée of Edward III in 1355 in France. That's kind of the campaign that I'm trying to follow a little bit. So, which is pretty close to Visby, admittedly. Yeah. So, where was I? So, in response to the HMB, they bring down the price for a decent purpose-built armor with so many options out there. Yep, definitely, I agree with that. There's definitely a lot more options for armor that you can get out there. As a armor history accurate Puritan, I'm a little annoyed that the options that are out there, all tons of new ones, aren't historically accurate, or as accurate as they could be, I should say. Necessarily, there are some really good ones, representations out there, but you can't win them all. I'm glad that good armor is getting out there. So, mm-hmm. 11th century. Okay. I mean, even still, I can't really say much in the way of like prior to the 14th century. That's really the earliest as far as I go. So, yeah. So, early 15th. Yeah, I remember that. Yeah, sending pictures in the chat would be really cool. I think YouTube should get onto that. The frogmouth on foot. Oh boy. I know that Augusto Bauer Brandt has done a little bit of research into that on the 14th century European armor group. It's an interesting thing for sure. Part of me is thinking, so you look at like early bassinet visors, and there's like a lot of people call them like plow visors, but they're kind of that flat sort of shape and everything. And then you have similar principle, I guess, with great helms and whatnot. Part of me is personally thinking that the frogmouth on foot is sort of a later evolution of that style, just because of the visual similarities. That's all I got for that, really. Because obviously the frogmouth that we think of when you say frogmouth, like that very accentuated shape, that, as far as I'm aware, that appears in like the second half of the 15th century. So I feel like it's almost a bit of a misnomer to call it a frogmouth even on foot. So I was always under the impression that it just looked a lot more like just like a later evolution of the early bassinet visor, that sort of plow shape, or what everybody loves calling it, the griffin bassinet. Yeah. So those are my thoughts on the frogmouth on foot. Yeah, I haven't really done much research into that. So, do you like some of the armor from the Battle of Bosworth? Because I live in Bosworth. Interesting. I've been doing more 15th century stuff and sort of that time period. I think that the armor from that time period and area and everything is really cool. Like that sort of. I mean, I am thinking of that, right? Like Battle of Bosworth. Yeah. That's a. Can't place any links. I didn't do anything with that. It's not giving me any options to toggle that or anything, so I'm not really sure if I can really help you with that. Sorry. But yeah, Battle of Bosworth, I think it's really cool. Like 15th century stuff. It's it's a very striking look. Yeah, I think. Oh, geez. Okay, that's not important. So, yeah, yeah. Alex is saying that I should get the sweater, and yeah, okay. All right, if we're doing formal, we got to do it right. I'm getting my tie out and everything. This is going to be awesome. All right. So we got some chats coming in. Have I broken into harness fecting? A little bit, actually. Yeah, it's a lot of fun. So, can you guys hear me like this? Because I don't have the microphone up to my mouth or anything. Can you hear that? Awesome. Okay, cool. So, yeah, harness fecting. I have been doing a little bit of that. A while ago, Alex and I, we did that together. We did the half sorting and whatnot. That was a lot of fun. 1 second. Where is it? No. No. Where'd it go? Where'd it go? What do? Oh, jeez. Stand by. Having issues. Yeah, it's like 90 degrees out, but I'll put on a sweater, sure. Why not? You're welcome, Alex. Anyway, where were we? So, harness fecting, right. So, Alex and I, we did that a little bit ago, and that was a lot of fun. We did the half sorting and whatnot. However, recently, what we did is I hosted an event at my parents' house a little bit ago. Oh, okay, let's see if I remember how to do this. Over the knot, something. Oh, fucking hell. This is embarrassing. Screw this. I'm getting a different sweater. This is irrelevant. Okay. Actually, wait. You guys ever played dress up? This is a lot like that. So at this event that I hosted, we used what we called armor as worn rules. And what that is defined as the armor that you wear protects you in a similar way that armor would in real life, which was the intention. So we had 3 weapon categories and 3 armor categories. The weapon categories were sword, archery, and polearm, and the weapon category and the armor categories, were plate, textile, and mail. And so the different weapon categories defeated different armor categories, therefore creating the armor as worn. And so that could be done with lots of different armor configurations. So, for example, I was wearing a breastplate, a sallet, and my gauntlets, and that was the only plate protection that I had. Under that was just a gambeson, which is a textile, which would be considered textile. And so that was a lot of fun because we did that in teams, which was very interesting. So not only did we do this harness fecting stuff, we also did team battles, which was very cool. In fact, I've got a video in the works about that right now, which I think, personally, is very cool. Okay. And I missed. Hold on. Okay, Alex, how does this make you feel? It makes me feel very warm, personally. Okay, I didn't miss that much. Bosworth, 1485 King. Yep. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I'm familiar with that, and you do reenactment for that. That's awesome. That's awesome, dude. How often do you get to do that exactly? That sounds very cool. Sometime I'd like to visit Europe again, and I'm going to do a little tour of a bunch of reenactments if I can. I thought that would be pretty cool. So, weird dancing guy. Yep. So, how old am I? I am 20 as of Monday. Not like this week Monday, but like last Monday, the 23rd. So, yeah. 20, 2 decades. Like a fifth of a century. It's pretty cool. So, yeah. So, for tomorrow, should I wear a brown brigandine with a salad or plain metal cuirass with a salad? Now that's a good question. I mean, I've been looking at more and more 15th century brigandines and cuirasses, like breastplates and stuff, a lot more recently, and they're both so cool, man. You you take your pick, whatever's going to be more comfortable for you, and I think that's the important part. Unless you're getting like really really specific with like your historical portrayal and whatnot, I guess that's up to you, man. And yes, I am from the USA. USA. Yeah. They do them quite often, but I don't get to go there. Okay, all right, that's cool. Yeah. I don't know. There's really not much like late medieval reenactment here in the United States, particularly Wisconsin, which is where I am. There's really not much. Like, and that's actually exactly what I'm trying to do. That's so living manuscript separately from the YouTube and the Facebook and the Instagram and whatnot. I'm trying to do a like a late medieval reenactment thing. So like this October, we're going to be doing a portrayal of the 1355 invasion of France, and maybe we'll do some later 15th century stuff once more of us get that equipment built up. So yeah, oh, you can only go where your dad goes. That's fair enough. Yeah, a little bit of a limiting factor, I guess. Right, insurance is really a pain. Australia and Canada. Yep. Yeah. I'd have to look at some more reenactment things in Canada, because you see, so the way that I am in the United States, for those of you that don't know, so you've got like the United States here, I guess. This is Florida, and then up here, I guess, is kind of Wisconsin. There's another state, kind of. It's part of another state. It's Michigan. That's between me and Canada. I'm in like the southern part of Wisconsin, so even Canada's a ways away from me. So, yeah, I'll definitely see if there's a look for that. Yeah. This jacket's getting really warm. I'm going to take this off. Alex, you missed it. Oh, hey, there for Casey. Now I'm taking it all off for you, man. It's like, you like that? Yeah, working. Yeah. Okay, that's all I'm taking off for now. If you you want more of that, then I don't know. I honestly don't know. I don't know where I was going with that sentence. If you want more of that, I've got no idea. I mean, you've already seen, like, so. Pinterest. Pro Lord. Alrighty, let's give it a look. Oh, there we go. Lord. There we go. Is that going to work? Oh, wait. I don't think it worked. Let me try something else. Pro Lord. Oh, no, I spelled that wrong. That's awkward. It's not an A in Lord. It's an I Pro Lord. This is interesting. I feel like I'm going on an adventure. Work. Haha! Found ya! I got ya. Let's see. What is it? What are we looking at here? My medieval reenactment. Nice. Yeah, I remember some of this stuff. Very nice. You had a pretty good harness, man. So. Going with the artillery guard in a reenactment. Now that's cool. That is really cool. So, like, this artillery, are they, like, using, like, cannons and stuff, or is it like not gunpowder stuff, like, you know, trebuchets and that sort of thing? Because that sounds really cool. I was considering, with some of my other reenactment buddies here, doing like a 15th century artillery unit, which I thought would be pretty interesting. You know, see if we can get some like guns and stuff in there. That would be really cool. 14th century village in the Washington area. Ah, well, that's interesting. With no cannonballs. Yeah, I can't imagine why. That's really cool. That sounds really cool. There's a okay, when I said that there's not many reenactment groups in my area, I was wrong. There is a Renaissance reenactment group sort of near me. I believe they're called the Guild of St. Michael's, which is interesting. And they do have cannons, which is cool. And so I've been interested in excuse me. I've been interested in like doing something with their group some weekend or something, but it's just that transportation for me, again, it's a real pain in the butt because I don't have a car, and you know, in around here, if you don't have a car to get somewhere, it might as well be on another planet. Past year, I think I spent $3K. Wow, nice. When I try to blacksmith, I try to make accurate stuff, but I mostly get it a little bit off. What do you mean by a little bit off? Because getting like the proportions and whatnot right for armor is definitely a very practiced skill. Which, I mean, I know that I can probably get some more practice at that, but is it loud enough? Yeah, definitely. Those things are loud. Seriously. And I mean, I imagine they have to be louder when there is like a cannonball or something in there too, because you got all the pressure releasing and stuff. Oh man, that's just cannon's just visceral. It's like, oh, that would be really cool. That would be really cool. So, also only 17. It's a lot of 17 guys. A lot of 17 guys around here. Nice, nice. Yeah. So, Need siege engine for the group combat and stuff. You know, actually, so my current roommate, right now, we've been friends for since middle school. You know, it's been a while. Um, Actually, probably earlier than that, to be honest. But he, at one point, actually did make a full-sized Ballista. It was really cool. It was like about the height of that lamp there, and it would shoot a little arrow bolt thing. What was it, like 300 feet or something? I don't remember uh, how much like tension they had in it, but it was really cool. So he did that as a, interestingly enough, he did that as a physics project for school. Which I think is just the coolest thing ever. He had a really cool physics teacher. So yeah, I know, it's amazing. It's really cool. And so he's been keeping that at his parents for, you know, but his parents are moving, and you know, we're living in a different city and stuff. So his parents are moving to an apartment somewhere else, and so he can't keep that Ballista there anymore, which is really a bummer because that thing's cool, and we're just struggling to find space for it. So actually, you know, if any of you guys are interested in the Ballista, let me know. Maybe we can work something out with him. So yeah, yeah, it was really cool, really cool. Not even gonna think about it. Yeah. I'm gonna go get something to drink real quick. I'll be right back, guys. Actually, never mind. I just got this right here. Perfect. What the hell? What's going on? Okay, there we go. There we go. It's water. So. Jesus. Sorry. So yeah. Oh, let's do about it. Sorry. 50 to 80 infantry, dude. It's so cool. Like Clash on Hill with you, Dad, friend, and 3 cannons watching down. Oh man, and there's cavalry. Ah, geez, that's awesome. It's so cool. Like, damn. I gotta make it over there sometime and see if I can participate in one of those. That would be awesome. That'd be really cool. Quite. Nothing's like our flat. Yeah. We wouldn't have to worry about all those pesky hills getting in the way of shooting the bolt or anything. Oh, yeah. Anyway, is it just like regular Bosworth reenactment or something, or like, how does that work? Because that sounds really cool. Oh, geez. I'm just looking at the thumbnails of these videos right now. That's incredible. That's awesome. Damn. Wow. That is really awesome. Jeez. Yeah. Where do I get the wool for garbs and the coat plates? So usually for wool, I hunt around a little bit, trying to find, you know, good deals and whatnot on it. I can't remember the any of these stores off the top of my head, but a good place to there's a little compilation. You go to Reddit, You go to r/historical costuming, and there's a little list of fabric sources, and they've got, linen, wool, silk, all sorts. It's really cool. A lot of times I get the wool that I use from eBay, interestingly enough. There's if you hunt around a little bit for it and you look for, if you know what you're looking for and you know how to look for it and whatnot, you can find some pretty reasonable prices for wool, which is cool. Problem with that is that it's not necessarily always in the color that you'd want it, so you have to wait another maybe a couple weeks or months or so until you get the nice red that you want. So yeah. And then for coat of plates, in the past for coat of plates I've used just a heavy canvas, just the stuff that you can get at Walmart. Really, any suitably stout fabric will work. There shouldn't be any stretch to it or anything. It should have a little bit of rigidity on its own. And then I usually double layer that. So, and then you can cover that with whatever you'd like. So that's what I do for the coat of plates and whatnot. Thanks, Cheeseburger. The canvas drop cloths. I was actually looking at drop cloths a little bit. I haven't been able to feel one myself. But they look like they might work. So I don't know. I'll give that a shot next time I build a coat of plates, I guess. Yeah, definitely. I was looking at ones from Walmart, I think, and it was like $12 for a huge sheet. It's pretty good, all things considered. I was considering making a tent out of one. Oh, okay, perfect. Yeah, so works for a tent then. Hey, cool. What do I plan on making next? Well, so recently, actually, a guy contacted me. He found me through YouTube and everything, and he asked me if I make armor, or if I make armor. Nah. He asked me if I sell armor, and I was pretty much like, hey, I've made stuff for my friends before, but you understand my situation. It's not easy for me to get back to my shop very often, so I'll definitely make and sell armor if you want, but only if you're cool with it, understanding that it might take a while because, the time, or because just the opportunities that I get are fewer and farther between. So, right, so we've been talking about, so I already made him some arm pieces, and the next thing that I'm going to build for him is a closed sallet. Not unlike the ones that were made for Maximilian I in the last couple decades of the 15th century, I believe. And so those act like a closed helmet, but they look like a sallet, and it's really cool. So that's my plan next. And then he'd like a cuirass as well. And then for another guy, he's actually in this chat right now watching. I'm going to be making a set of arms for him after I've made this guy's sallet and cuirass and whatnot. So, yep, that's him. He's always watching. So we're going with the... we're following the example of a... always... the Metropolitan Museum of Art cuirass... I think it was 1400 to 1410. And that's the arm harness that we're going after. It's pretty nice. It builds character. Yes, it does. How much do I charge for armor? So I've been kind of going off the base of about $10 an hour if I can. That seems reasonable to me, I guess. Because I'm not the best armorer out there. I understand that completely. But at the same time, at my day job, I make $11 an hour. So, whatever. So, that's kind of the shop rate that I try to charge. And then I have to work out overhead and material cost and whatnot into that, which isn't so bad, really. The trouble with that comes when I have to when I have to predict something like, hey, can I get a quote for this piece of armor that you've never made before? And I'm thinking like, oh geez, okay, I've never done that before, what's that gonna take? So it really depends. Yeah, it depends on the piece of armor, really. Yeah, sorry, I can't really give you a better option or answer than that. We're in the Sallet with the chin guard, red, late 14th century gamison with plain cuirass with steel, arm guard, and leg with a Swiss halberd and a Scottish short cord. That's most of it. That sounds really cool. That sounds really cool. I would be interested in seeing pictures of that if you can find a way of sharing that with me. That would be really cool. There's the Living Manuscript Facebook page. You can message that or through Instagram if that's more your thing. Yeah. Could you make some nice pointy sabatons if I sent it? Probably. I think I could probably manage that. That said, I can't really guarantee when I'm going to be able to when I'm going to be done with these two commissions right now, the Sallet and breastplate and backplate and arm harness. I can't really guarantee when I'm going to be done with that, so I'd be interested in talking with you about that. No Facebook or Instagram. All right. I could make it Twitter. I also have email. It's getting really old-fashioned there. That would be thelivingmanuscript@gmail.com if that's your thing. Twitter. I don't remember if I have a Twitter or not. Let me see. Twitter. Let's see. Well, I've clicked on the link, so that's something. I do. Yes. Okay. Twitter @IronDino with a Y. Here, let me just put that into the chat real quick. There you go. And also, living menus. And also that. Do I have carrier pigeon? I'm afraid I don't have carrier pigeon. Sorry. Yeah, message me on Facebook. That works out too. That would be so yeah. Same thing as before though. You know, in addition to I can't really guarantee when I'm going to be done with these projects at right now. I can't really guarantee when I'm going to be done or when I can't really guarantee when I'm going to be able to start working on them or how long it'll take. So just keep that in mind. So that's just kind of the nature of how I'm going right now. But the thing is that I'll probably make videos about making them because that's what I do, I guess. So that's cool. So yeah. Yeah, cool. Looking forward to your guys' messages. As long as they're pointy. Yeah. Yeah, pointy sabatons are the best sabatons. You know, I've been looking at like Maximilian armors and whatnot, and I just get disappointed every time I look at the sabatons. They're just so like round and or not round, like square and stuff. It's like, come on. Where are the points? It's 2 in the morning. Oh geez, dude, yeah. Get some sleep or something. What are you doing watching me? You got a big reenactment tomorrow. Oh, I'm looking forward to that. That'll be really cool. So, yeah. Where's like, what's the point? Yeah. No sabatons. No point to sabatons. What's the point? It's like. It's 3:09 in the Netherlands, nighttime. Yeah, it's about 8:10 in the evening right now. It's nice and cozy. I don't know. I've got a pretty cool international audience. That's cool. Nice. Yeah. More like, what's the point? That's hilarious. I'm gonna use that sometime in the future if you don't mind. 9:10 in Canada. Yep. I like how we're all saying what time it is for us. It's kind of a strange sense of camaraderie. I'll tell you what time it is if you tell me what time it is for you. Arr. Can't take a camera on the battlefield, so it's any fiction. Yeah, I can imagine that a camera out there would be a little anachronistic, might get in the way of the accuracy, but looking forward. Jesus. Yeah, looking forward to that, Mr. Millennial. Need to do more medieval. Yeah, I need to do more medieval shite, man. It's the best. It's a lot of fun. Everyone does. We all need to do more medieval stuff on this blessed evening or morning or whatever time it is for you, because I guess we're just all over the place. Except that letter. Boots, bags, glove. That could be interesting. I would be interested in that. Jeez, man, you do tons of reenactments. That's awesome. Building blacksmith armor, YouTube. And about why armor is played. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah. Yeah. No, I mean, see, like, that's like one thing that I when I started doing videos and stuff, it's like what I saw, what was missing, you know? You've got like, there's people that explain armor really well, but the video is a little bit lacking, you know? It's a little bit plain, I think. And there's people that make really good videos, but the explanation is really kind of lacking, you know, like, you know, the really good explanation, but the less on the video. The first, I can't really think of anything right now, but like the really good visual, like video quality production, like the first thing I think of is Eric Dubé. You know, he makes awesome videos about making armor, but only recently has he started actually talking in them. So, but you know, like all of those videos about like all 27 videos about raising salads and stuff. That's how I got started with this, man. You know, back when I was making armor out of tin cans and stuff, I would watch Armor Dubé, and it's like, I want to be like him, and I'm still working at it. But Britain has its fair bit of history, so there's a lot of reenactments. That's fair enough. Yeah, I'll give you that. Definitely a lot of history. You know, the place where I'm at in Wisconsin, you know, the local history really only goes back like about 200 years before you start getting into like Native American stuff. So there's a lot of like Civil War and World War II reenactments around the area, which is cool. Don't get me wrong. It's just not really my thing, is all, you know? Yeah. Vindalata Museum. Let's give it a look. Vindalata Museum. Ooh, wow. That's really cool. Nice. That's really cool. That reminds me a lot of when I took a school exchange trip to Germany a few years back, and we went to a reconstruction of a Roman fort. It was called Saalburg, I believe, and it was a Roman history museum, a little bit like that, and that was really cool. Like nobody else on the trip really was into history as much as I was, and I kind of lost track of time in one of the exhibits, and I kind of and they kind of moved on without me, and I had to find the group. That was awkward. But oh man, yeah, like LARP is just not what it's supposed to be. Yeah, yeah. Yeah. So, but you know, there's a lot of in the area that I'm at. There's a lot of Swiss heritage among the people. So, I've been considering trying to put more of an emphasis on like Swiss reenactment and whatnot to try and tap into that sort of local heritage and history if I can a little bit. But I don't know. For now, I'm just doing English stuff. I guess, which because English sources are a lot easier for me to figure out. You know, as opposed because I speak I know a little bit of German, not very well, and I know even less Swiss. So, and that's why I do English reenactment, because all the sources are in English. So, yeah. So, yeah. Medieval reenactment's cool. Yeah. Yeah, definitely. Let's see, you right. Okay, yeah, definitely. English reenactment, I will definitely, yeah. Because, I mean, I think I said it earlier, but I'd really like to, you know, go back to Europe if I could. And if I could hit a couple reenactments on the way, that would be really cool. So, like, I'll definitely look more into this this Bosworth stuff, because that's really cool. Yeah. Anyway, so I know it's early and late for the touch reenactment is much better. I'll see if I can get to some of that too. You know, why not? But you know, maybe we should all have like some kind of meetup or something, and we can do the mega Dutch reenactment, American reenactment thing. That'd be kind of neat. But yeah, the SCA. Yeah. See, like part of me, you know, actually, I'm not. Yeah, SCA. Yeah, you know, SCA. It's not as much my thing. But yeah, I've been noticing more and more SCA-isms in armor and stuff as a, but whatever. Get over it, Ant Quinn. A little bit of rattan baseball bats. Not gonna. Well, they might hurt you, I guess, a little bit. Have I seen the second biggest ever reenactment in the world, the Battle of Hastings? I have seen that, and that also looks really cool. Yeah. I don't recall when that takes place. Yeah, I don't remember when that was exactly, but that looks cool too. If I could hit that, that'd be great. Trying to start a HEMA club in Colorado, but nobody's showing up. Any suggestions? Eyes rolling. So I don't really know much about starting a HEMA club specifically. I know that's definitely a growing thing. I don't know what there is for that sort of thing in the Colorado area for HEMA. I imagine it's got to be getting more popular around there, definitely. But anyway, I think that probably the best thing that you could do is just to have as much of an online presence as you could. So, you know, whether that's running a Instagram or Twitter or Facebook page, or hey, maybe a YouTube page. I don't anything like that. If you can do that and you just post on that as often as you can, hopefully it'll start catching on. If you tag yourself in specific areas, that could help. If you maybe carry around a little bundle of like business cards with you, just like, hey, you look like you'd be interested in historical fencing. Why don't you come to my club? And so that's essentially how the people that one of the guys in my group, the instructor for one of the clubs that I'm at here, he just carries around a bunch of business cards for that, and he just tells everybody about it. And so if you do it anywhere out in the open, excuse me, if you do it anywhere out in the open, the swords banging on each other, they're bound to attract some attention. And as long as you explain what you're doing in a reasonable way and make it sound appealing, make your group look very friendly and everything, keep it very easy to access, then I think that people should start showing up then. As far as like actually running the group, I saw a Reddit post a while ago about somebody trying to start a HEMA club. And one of the pieces of advice that somebody gave to this person was, don't be the instructor necessarily. Even if you do know a lot about the subject material, don't necessarily be the instructor, but be more of a enabler, I guess. Make it sort of more of a study group. Be an organizer of sorts, and that way you'll get more information into the group, you'll get more viewpoints and all that. And personally, I think that's the best way to run a reasonably small group, even a big group. I think that that's the best way personally. So I'll be interested in knowing how that goes, man. Honey Badge. Oh, it was a 900-year anniversary. Got it. Okay. Dang. Well, if it was an annual thing, that would be even cooler. If I could choose, or SC, I'm going in order here. I'll get to you again. Madman. SCA is fun for the big battles, but there's not enough focus on authenticity. From what I've seen, I would be inclined to agree with that. Personally, a lot of the SCA practitioners, I guess, Scadians, that's my understanding. You've got like Penzik, which, as I understand it, is the biggest SCA event in the United States, right? So for big battles, yeah, cool, yeah. But I don't know. I think that there might be more historical alternatives to that, I guess. Yeah. So if you could choose either a Scottish Claymore or a Zweihander, which would you choose? Oh, geez. I know a lot more about weapon or armor than I do about weapons, man. I mean, they're pretty similar, aren't they? I was always under the impression that they were just different names for functionally the same thing. I'm not sure. Zweihander's got a cooler name. I have a little bit more German heritage, so maybe that would fit in more, I guess. All right, and Queen, I'll show you the weapons in just a moment. I'm going to address your other comment. SCA is the same like Battle of the Nations, but yeah, not historically correct. Like LARPers that's want to be medieval correct, some way. So, one thing that I appreciate about like Battle of the Nations is I was looking at the rules a little bit ago, and they have a reasonable guideline for like authenticity and whatnot. Like, you have to be within 50 years of your period, which granted is pretty big for like most living history things, but that's better than other things that I've seen where it's just do whatever as long as you get out on the field, you know? So I appreciate that. I think that's pretty cool. I think it's definitely a step in the right direction, personally. Yeah. So can I show you I will show you the weapons. Yes. So I'll show you the, okay, so a while ago I traded a coat of plates for a couple of swords from Alex. One of them was this Viking sword. It's kind of a turd, but hey, I mean, it's balanced like an absolute brick, and it's really tight in the scabbard. I'm not a huge fan of this really at all because of those reasons I just mentioned. The handle is kind of way too big, and it's exceptionally blade heavy. It's not very comfortable in the hand. I'm going to cut this into pieces and make it into a better sword at some point. So that's my least favorite at the moment. The next one, this was also done in a little trade with Alex for the coat of plates. I got both of these in tandem with each other. This was just an arming sword. Again, the handle is interesting because it's kind of got like an arming sword length, but it's got a really long handle. Initially, it just had leather wrapped around the tang, which is interesting. The crossguard and the pommel are both welded on. This thing is also a brick, and I had to cut almost a 1/4 inch off of each side of the blade to make it balanced and nice. But hey, it functions now, which is nice. And the third and final weapon that I have with me this evening, and this is my favorite. This is a Black Horse Blades Arbeitsschwert, or workhorse. It's the Federschwert. So in my HEMA club, the instructor is also the maker, is also the owner of Black Horse Blades, and so he makes these very high quality swords. And I'm borrowing this one from him at the moment because it's really nice. He makes truly fantastic swords, some of the best that I've ever handled. They're incredibly sturdy, and they really don't rust much either, which is awesome. But so this is a Federschwert, so the point of balance is like 2 inches away from the crossguard, which is pretty typical for feathers as far as I'm aware. But I forget the length of this one exactly. It's like a 50-something inch, I believe. But I am a big fan of this one. This is my favorite sword that I have in my possession right now. Yeah, I just love it. It's great. And that's all the weapons I have. I take those last two to HEMA with me. So, oh geez, we got a battle going on with the Scottish Claymores and stuff. Penzig is turning more into a Renaissance fair. Yeah, I couldn't say anything from experience. I've never really been to an SCA event strictly. Well, I've been to a couple practices, but not like an event. So, yeah. It's 15th century sword. Yep. Well, it's got the hilt here, which, as I understand it, is more typical of like fetters for training and whatnot in the later medieval era and Renaissance. So, other one. Oh, the this one. Yeah, it's a pretty narrow blade. It because I mean, like I said, I had to cut a ways off of it. Yeah, but hey, the edges are nice and thick, which makes it that so they don't really get beat up very much, which I appreciate personally. But yeah, yeah, I've got a nice little rounded tip there, so I don't cut through anybody for that or poke through anybody for that same reason. So, yeah, the battle starts in 8 hours. Yeah, good luck, man. I'm definitely looking forward to that. That sounds really cool. So, yeah. And so, speaking of which, I should I should probably let you guys all go. It was a little friends event that I was going to be going to at 9, and I should probably get ready for that. And I'm sure that you guys have things to do, like Ant Queen. It's probably like what 3:30 or something you said. So you should probably get some sleep or something. I don't know. Whatever. That's up to you. You know. Uh, yeah. You have no life. Oh, geez. Okay. Well, I don't have anything to say to that, but I mean, I gotta go anyway. So, so yeah, this was a lot of fun, guys. I'll try to come back alive. Yeah. Don't let him get you. Fight to the bitter end, my man. All right. Working on converting with John. Yeah, that's pretty cool. For all of you out there, check out Sheladar Armored Combat on YouTube. It's really cool. He does some cool stuff. He made me some maces. They're nice maces. I beat the crap out of a helmet with them. So, yeah. So, all right, guys. I will talk to you later. Yeah, you don't really do much there, but hey, you know, check it out anyways. I don't care, whatever. Bye, guys. Oh, geez. End it.